Hi everyone and welcome back to another Monster Hunter Wilds build video. Today we are going to be doing a greatsword build, one of my personal favorites. As we load in here, as usual, I just want to go over a few things. Spoilers, this is endgame build, so if you haven't completed the game yet, just come back after on level 50 or so. Also, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been watching the previous build videos. We've gotten over 1,000 views on each video. I'm a very small channel. I have like 30 subscribers at this point making the video. That's awesome for me. So if you could do me a favor, if you enjoy the build, I'll leave timestamps so that you can get wherever you need to go in the video if you just want to look it over and not listen to me drone on. If you could, just like and subscribe if you enjoyed the build. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll bring more of these for you guys, especially as we move into more title updates, which are coming in the next few days. All right, so that aside, let's get right into the build here.
I heard from the others.
So to start with, this is a greatsword build, of course, like I said. I run the Artian greatsword. This is more of an element build, so you do not have to use dragon element, but you can use any element that suits your needs at any time. I prefer dragon because it's kind of neutral with everything and also does a little bit extra damage against apexes and especially like Arkveld and Gore. It's just a good middle ground. I mean, with Gore, technically fire would be better, but you could always run a fire weapon with this build. So just slot in whatever you like. For your reinforcement bonuses, you can forego the affinity. This build does not require the affinity. This is just kind of the best sword I could get at the time. You kind of just want the standard 4 attack, 1 sharpness. You do not need to boost your element, and I will go into why as we go over the build here. So, for gear, we are running the Arkvulcan Helm Beta, the Arkvulcan Mail Beta, the Jewu Vambraces Alpha, the Gore Coil Beta, the Gore Greaves Beta. For Talisman, we are running Counter Charm 3, and for Mantle, of course, we are running Corrupted Mantle. Enjoy it while you can, guys, because this is getting nerfed probably around the end of May, unfortunately. All right, let's get right into the decorations. We'll start with our weapon decos. On my build for this first greatsword, I am running 2 critical jewel 3s. You can, of course, just do a critical jewel 3 and a critical jewel 2. I just like it. The look when we have 3 slots in 3 slots. It just looks nicer. For our third jewel, we have a focus handicraft. We want focus so that we can get those swings quickly on the monster, and handicraft so we just get more hits without having to worry about sharpening. We keep our damage at maximum. Okay, for armor decorations, we are running 4 tenderizer jewel 3s. We are running 3 mighty jewel 2s. We are running 1 earplugs jewel 2, 1 sheath jewel 1, 1 adept jewel 1, and 2 sane jewel 1s. So let's go over the skills in depth here for you guys. So we're running crit boost level 5. This is going to take our critical damage, which is typically at 25% extra damage, all the way up to 40% damage. We are running focus level 3. This is for our true charge slash combos. This is making it so that all of our charge attacks just charge a little bit faster, and it feels so much better to use the weapon. I would say focus is a must for a greatsword, and I don't know if you really need me to tell you that, but just always run focus. It's amazing. Running Handicraft level 1, we already went over why. We're running Wex level 5. This is going to give us a 30% increase to affinity on weak points, so anything that pops like an orange number, and an extra 20% on wounds. We've got Counter-Strike level 3 from our Talisman. This is going to give us 25 extra raw whenever we get kind of knocked down or knocked back. And you can activate this from offset attacks that do not trigger like the full offset animation. So if you offset with the greatsword and the attack just kind of whiffs, you should be activating Counter-Strike, which is very nice to know. We're running maximum night level 3. As long as our stamina is full, we get an extra 30% affinity. We're running antivirus level 3 to get an extra 15% affinity when we cure it. So you just have to hit the monster a lot, and this will just kind of pop throughout the fight constantly, and you'll just have that 15% extra affinity. We're running earplugs level 3. Of course, we got to have them earplugs. There are only 2 monsters that have the level 3 roar, which would be Gormagala and tempered ice boy. I forget his name every time. I don't know what. Jindahad. A rhyme scale Jindahad can also do a strong roar. We're running 2 levels of constitution. This is just going to reduce like stamina drain on dodging and stuff. Just comes with the armor. We are running 1 level of convert element, and this build kind of relies on this convert element. So how this skill works, it's not very clear in the description here. After taking elemental damage, temporarily grants you dragon element effects. And there's a cooldown after the effect ends. I think the cooldown's around 30 to 45 seconds. It's a pretty long cooldown. But while it's active, you deal extra dragon damage after dealing enough elemental damage, and it slightly increases dragon attack. So that slightly increases dragon attack, that's a lie. Just completely ignore that. You do not need to use a dragon weapon. You just need to use a weapon that is element. So you cannot use just a raw greatsword. You cannot use a sleep, a poison, or a paralysis greatsword. You have to use one of the elements. It could be fire, water, ice, dragon, electric. It doesn't matter. So how this skill works is while you have convert element active, it kind of builds like blast. So as you're hitting the monster, you are going to do blast damage that scales with your weapon's raw. So how we have 215 raw attack status at the top right over there. Say if we have Counter-Strike active, we get our extra raw. That will scale the amount of damage that our convert element dragon explosions will do. So it's just free DPS, and so many monsters have elemental attacks, and you can block the elemental attack with the greatsword, and you will still get the effect. So like if you're fighting tempered Arkveld, if he is enraged or he has his chains charged, if you block his chains, bam, you got convert element. If you're fighting Balahara and he spits on you, if you block it, you got convert element. So many monsters have element in this, even if it's not a common attack, that you will have this up in most fights, especially ones where it matters. Like all the apexes have an element to hit you with, so you have no problem there. And even like ground effects will activate it. So like if a monster uses fire and they set the ground on fire, if you walk over the ground, it will activate convert element. It's very nice, and it's kind of almost always active except for like little increments throughout the fight. We're also running quick sheath level 1. This is just so that we can put our greatsword away a little quicker to either like hero dive or to drink a health potion or something like that. Just get the hell out of the way. Greatsword's kind of slow. This is just a nice quality of life skill. Flinch free level 1. This is going to prevent our knockbacks, so our teammates can't knock us out of like a TCS combo, true charge / combo. So this is just good to have in general, and also it'll prevent like Arkveld like doing his little headbutt move and knocking you out of your TCS combo. Also, we have a level of adaptability. You can swap this out with another adapt jewel if you want, or I'm sorry, not another adapt jewel, another sheath jewel if you would prefer 2 levels of quick sheath. That's perfectly viable, but I prefer the adapt jewel because I just hate drinking the potions. Just makes you run a little bit slower. It saves you like 3 seconds on a hunt, and also like if the hunt's taking a little longer, another 3 seconds here. I just don't want to deal with it. I love this. It's just a good comfort skill. We've got Gormagala's Tyranny. This inflicts you with Frenzy whenever you're fighting a large monster. So you are just going to start building Frenzy around a large monster. You're going to hit the monster, and then your antivirus is going to help you cure the Frenzy. And then you're going to get an additional affinity boost, because whenever you cure Frenzy, you get an affinity boost. It's supposed to be 15%, but that's not how it works out. With Antivirus and Gormagala's Tyranny, the Black Eclipse one, it should be 30%, but it's actually only 25%. So whenever you're calculating your affinity, those two combined actually only give you 25%, not 30%. Okay? I just want to make that clear because this game is not clear on so many skills. Okay. Also, we are running Arkveld's Hunger. This is Hasten Recovery 1. You regenerate a small amount of your health as you continue to attack a monster. Recovery varies by weapon. So if you're doing like a TCS combo, you will regen like chunks of health. This is just for a little bit of survivability. It just kind of comes with our set. And it's just a nice quality of life skill. Alrighty. That's the skills. That's the armor. I have everything here at maximum level. So the armor you're going to be sitting with is about 367 defense. And then you're going to have pretty low thunder resistance and dragon resistance, but you can also just eat a meal to negate that. If you just want to forego the 2 raw you get from the meal that people usually take, you can get your resistances in the positive and not really have to worry about it. All right, so that is the build. I want you guys to let me know what you think. And if you have any recommendations or if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. I will always answer and interact with every comment, no matter what. Even if you hate the video and you just want to tell me you hate it, I will say I am so sorry, and I don't know, I'll lick your toes or something. I don't know, whatever you want. So let's go over the skills one more time. I'll just throw up the equipment for you one last time. Okay, and then shortly here we'll go into a Arkveld, tempered Arkveld hunt, and I will showcase the set just so you can see it in action. You don't have to watch this, of course. Remember, there are timestamps in the video, so if you want to scrub back and forth to whatever section you need, it'll all be labeled there for you. Also, keep an eye out for corrections in case I say something that ended up being incorrect. I usually review the videos. I review my information. I'm constantly learning things about the game as well. So there will be corrections in the timestamps as well. They'll pop up in a little bubble at the top of the video, or you can just read them, and I'll timestamp them as well so you know where the correction was needed to be made at. Please like the video if you like it, the set, and subscribe, and there's going to be more to come. Thank you so much for watching, and happy hunting.
Right. Not forgetting anything? opportunity. Can't let it go to waste.